Hey everybody, welcome to my next episode in my Stanley Kubrick director series. And the previous episodes of this will be down in the description box below. You'll be able to follow the links to that there. And so in this video, we're going to be talking about 1987's Full Metal Jacket. Now, a full 7 years went by before Kubrick made this film. And basically, it is, you follow a group of, let me make sure I get the, let me see, I can't remember if they're Marines. I forget what branch of the military, but you're following a group of soldiers around the Vietnam War era into boot camp. And the first half of the film is you're experiencing the dehumanization that some of these guys faced and to turn into killer machines, I guess you could say, back during the Vietnam War. And the first half of the film, you're connecting to the soldiers going through the boot camp. And it is some powerful stuff, and in fact I think it is the most powerful part of the entire film. I think this would actually probably be the only Kubrick film that I give a like 9.5 out of 10, mainly just because I feel like the first half of the film is really the better half, and it just makes the second part, which takes place after boot camp, already in the war-torn Vietnam, and you're following some of those characters into the war zone. It's almost like two movies. It's just, different part. And so now I do think the second part is amazing, and it is very powerful, showing the actual craziness of war. And the I was watching a documentary about this recently, and they basically said that Kubrick, he hated war. He hated war, but there was something beautiful about it at the same time. I understand where he was coming from, but they said it was, what documentary was it? It was the Kubrick documentary that I have that basically it talks about his whole life. It's called Stanley Kubrick: A Life in Pictures, I think is what it was. Brilliant documentary, probably one of my favorite documentaries ever. But I think it was actually the producer of this film that was mentioning that Kubrick did all the photography for the film, especially the war scenes, to make them look real but beautiful, in a beautiful, tragic kind of way, kind of like how some Shakespeare's very tragic and really down and really violent, but there's something beautiful about it at the same time. And that's what he was going for the second half, and I think it was a very powerful second half. But when you start off the film with a you follow these normal guys, and then that segment ends with a pow right in the gut. It's really hard to follow that up, because basically you're like after the first half of the film. But it's definitely one of the best war films ever. But I don't really like to call it a war film because, it is a war film, but I just consider it a look at the human psyche, I guess you could say, in regards to war and what does it do to you. And so definitely a great film, but I definitely think the first half is superior. So definitely check this film out. I give it 9.5, 9.75 out of 10. So that's Full Metal Jacket. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, previous videos will be down in the description box below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.